Mind officially blown. Goodnight Mommy stars Suzanne Waste, Lucas, and Elias Schwartz and is directed by Severin Faella and Veronica Franz. So Goodnight Mommy is actually a foreign film, an Austrian film, and it's about these two boys, they're twins, they're always together. Suddenly their mom shows up and she has had plastic surgery, her face is completely covered, and something is strange, something is off, and they recognize it immediately. And so for the rest of the movie, they are trying to figure out if this is in fact their mother. Okay guys, now let's get into this. I did not expect much from Goodnight Mommy. I knew it was going to be interesting because I had heard some buzz about it. I didn't really watch any reviews, but I haven't watched that many foreign films. But the ones I have watched tend to be horror. More times than not, I am highly impressed by foreign horror films. Let the Right One In is a great example. I love that movie so much. In my mind, it's one of the greatest vampire films ever made. Now, let me just say, Goodnight Mommy is a spectacular film. Let me just say that again. This movie is freaking amazing. Did I expect that? No, I did not at all. I thought it would be interesting, but no, this movie is freaking amazing. And it's one of those type of movies that I can't tell you anything about. I don't want you to know anything that I know that's in this freaking brain of mine right now. But let me just tell you, trust me, this movie is insane. Now, I'll tell you why it's insane though. I'm gonna review it, but I'm just gonna say I'm gonna be very ambiguous about this review. Now, Goodnight Mommy is really a slow burn type of movie. It moves at a snail's pace in the beginning, but I'd say about 30 minutes in, then it really just kicks into high gear. And I don't mean it starts going at a breakneck pace. No, it's still a slow burn, but things happen along the way that you cannot look away from. You cannot get out of your head, and then you are fully invested and you are patient. You will wait as long as it takes because you want to know what happens next. This movie is actually in German, but to be honest, you really didn't need that much conversation at all. This could have been a silent film and you would completely understand what is going on. And that's just a sign of great directing. A great director can show you a film, not tell you a film. That's exactly what these two directors do in this movie. A lot of it reminds me of Stanley Kubrick. The camera is very patient in this movie and you are completely on edge throughout the whole thing. Horror directors, take note, this is how you film a horror movie. There are no needless jump scares. There's very little in the way of a score. A lot of this movie is silence, but so much is said through the camera. At times this really reminded me of a cross between Misery and The Shining and another horror movie, but I don't want to tell you that horror movie because I don't want to give anything away. Finally, the two boys in this movie, Lucas and Elias Schwartz. They play characters named Lucas and Elias, and they are fantastic child actors. They don't feel like they're acting whatsoever. It's like the directors just caught them being normal kids. And there's quite a few scenes where you see them just interacting with each other, and immediately you can tell that these kids have a great relationship with each other, even off camera. They just flow so well together, and I guess you're gonna get that when you are dealing with twins. And also, without giving anything away, this movie is so ambiguous. They don't spell anything out for you. And you are definitely going to have a conversation after you watch this movie. And I would highly recommend watching this movie with somebody because you're going to want to talk to somebody after you watch Goodnight Mommy. So anyway, guys, I can't find a bad thing about this movie. It is spectacularly done. It is officially in my top 10, maybe top 5 of the year. I'm so glad I watched this. I'm giving this movie Trapped on an Island. It is that fantastic. And did I expect that? No, not at all. This is the type of movie that should be studied. That's how great it is. And I would probably consider doing a spoiler review down the line because there is so much I have not told you about this film. But take my word for it, it's great. So guys, what foreign films do you like? Looking forward to hearing your thoughts. Also, I have still not seen The Revenant and The Hateful Eight. I'm going to be seeing those really soon, and then I'm going to get my top 10 of the year out for you. And let me just tell you, 2015 had some really great movies, and I am so unsure of what my top 3 are going to be. My list is so stacked that I might have to mention some honorable mentions in there. But I'm looking forward to getting that list out to you. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and Humdrum out.